All right. Female athlete of the year is a horse. What? Hey, Bill, hearing the story last week about the Seattle newspaper snubbing the women's championship reminds me of this story from a few years back. The Daily Telegraph naming the Australian Sportswoman of the Year, and it was a horse. He's got the link right here. I'll put this up for you guys. 2012, the year of the London Olympics, where plenty of our female athletes won gold and gave great performances. By our athletes, he means the Australian ones. They completely blew it off, and they gave it to a horse. Here's the link. Also, ever thought of adding Tasmania to your itinerary when touring Australia? It's the small island state below the mainland, if you don't know. Got that welcoming, we don't get much down here, so let's make it a good one kind of feel. Last time you were in Australia, you mentioned how it sucked driving so far to get to different places. None of that here. Can cross the state in about 5 hours and take in whatever you want in between. Yeah, if you fly, right? That's me. Oh, in Tasmania. I get it. Okay. Got some nice old theaters and the best beers in the country. Not only will you have a blast, I'll save $600 flying over to see you. A win and a win. Dude, fuck that. I'll go there. They got some old-ass theater. Jesus Christ. Tell me that's not haunted. How many indigenous people is that fucking built on top of? Is it made out of didgeridoos? Sorry for the hacky fucking Australian humor. I haven't been there enough to give you anything original. I'll be there. Although I was upset that Bruce Springsteen played Perth and his band played Highway to Hell as a tribute to Bon Scott, because that's where Bon was from and he's buried there. And as cool as that was, as much as I loved it as an AC/DC fan, I was like, fuck. I thought I was going to be the American that goes over there and lets you know that I realized that Bon Scott is from there. I thought I'd get a little star on my forehead. And Bruce Springsteen went over there and took it right from me. All right, I'm done with my temper tantrum. Dethroning the bankers. Dear Bill, I know how much you hate the banker cunts, and was wondering if you ever considered getting into Bitcoin. The decentralized nature of the currency creates no need for central banks controlling everything. I'd suggest creating a Bitcoin wallet and playing around with a small amount of Bitcoin to learn how the system works. It's the most exciting thing in technology and finance since the invention of the internet. Love the podcast. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. And he's nice enough to leave the Wikipedia definition. Either that or Andrew Themelis. Let me know what this is. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer payment system and digital currency introduced as open source software in 2009 by pseudonymous developer Satoshi Nakamoto. Dude, Japanese people got the best fucking names. Satoshi Nakamoto. It's a fucking killer name. Bill Burr. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. How would you say that if he scored a goal? I can't do it. Oh, wait. Let me just continue here. ADD. It's a wonderful thing. It's cryptocurrency, so-called because it uses cryptography, oh Jesus, to control the creation and transfer of money. Conventionally, Bitcoin refers to the technology and network, whereas lowercase bitcoins refers to the currency itself. Yeah, well, the big problem with this is it's created by human beings. I don't think that bankers are necessarily evil. I just think that they are more evil than I am. They're in a position to absolutely devastate everyone walking the planet. International bankers have that ability. But I really think that the more, the more I read up on it and stuff, it's just a bunch of greedy cunts. And like somebody's saying right now, the big conspiracy is that they're going to try to bankrupt all currencies to eliminate all wealth on the planet and then come back with the new currency. And, well, I know that they're not going to eliminate their own wealth. So they're going to make everybody on the planet broke except for them, and they're going to survive. Now, maybe they can do it, but how do you pull that off? That seems like that would have a very finite life before people were just like, all right, I don't know about you guys, but there's like 9 people left in the world that can afford a 3-piece suit, and it's not any one of us 7 billion. What do you say we go over there and beat them with their pocket watches? You know, it's eventually, wouldn't that happen? I don't know. Yeah, I would just like to go back to just open bartering, just trading shit. Hey, I'll give you this shirt for that sandwich. I got plenty of shirts. Fuck. Going hungry again, but look at my waistline. I look awesome. All right, I'll read up on it, sir. I'll look up on it. I'll look up on it. I'll read up on it, and I'll look it up. How about that? I'll do both of those things. I'll look it up, and then I'll read up on it. A lot of up going on there. All right, donation currency. Hey, Bill, longtime listener. Love the show. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get right to the point. The person wrote blah, 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 blah. Before you think I'm being arrogant. Let's get right to the point. You should think about adding another way of donating on your website. Bitcoins. Why is that? You have fans in places so fucking strange that you don't even know where it is on the goddamn globe. Go fuck yourself. I know where most places are on the globe, and I know their capitals. At least I used to. It's in my head somewhere. They use different currency, which might be a problem. Bitcoin is providing an easy way to... Is this a commercial? An easy way to transfer wealth. Use it and welcome to the 21st century. By the way, I'm from Poland. It's really cold in here. It's a second language. All right. I would think that if whoever starts Bitcoin, if they don't get murdered in the next calendar year, then it's just started by the bankers. Or they're just going to buy it up. They'll sell out, right? I don't know. I'm not going to fucking start using a new currency. All right? I saw what happened with the euro. I'm going to go with Bitcoin that started by some fucking hippie Japanese guy. Or even worse, a businessman Japanese guy. Ah, Jesus Christ. You can't tell me they're not still upset by the 2-piece we gave them back in the 40s. Adopt or birth. Dear Billy Red Whitebeard, Burr. Thanks for the laughs and look forward to seeing you soon in Calgary. Calgary. I'll gladly take you out with a couple of buddies for some ice hockey and a couple of non-alcoholic brews unless you're back on the wagon. Yeah, let's get shit-faced and play hockey. Dude, I'm bringing my skates. You provide a right-handed stick and a ski parka. I'll play some pond hockey. In which case, we'll enjoy some Granville Island. Oh, is that some brews? I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I guess I'm off the wagon, Granville Island. See what I'm saying? You see how much weight I'm going to gain up there? No, but then if I play pond hockey, I'll skate it off. Ah, genius. Anyways, my wife and I are toying with the idea of either adopting a kid or doing it the old-fashioned way and making a baby ourselves. She's only 27, so it's not like she's incapable of making babies. But she would prefer to adopt a Korean kid because, A, those orphan kids need home. B, she'd like to skip the crying baby phase. And C, that Korean kid will make me filthy rich one day. Jesus Christ, doing what? Personally, I think if it's a female, get it into golf because they're destroying female golf right now. Ladies, they're hitting off the lady tees there. Personally, I think all her reasons are legit, but I'm seriously freaked out that if we give birth to a second baby, I'll love that second baby more than my Korean kid. That happened to a friend of mine who adopted and then had another kid and was ashamed of himself that he honestly felt more love for the second one, even though he still loved the adopted kid. What would you do here if you were me? Adopt or make one yourself? Dude, I can't make that decision. And I think it's natural that you feel more of a connection to your own kid. But I don't think that would affect the decisions you'd make unless you had some Sophie's choice that you had to make. I think your buddy's just being really honest. I don't know. I don't think it's a good reason to adopt a kid because you think it's going to make you money. Those orphan kids do need homes. I agree with A. B, she'd like to skip the crying baby phase. You know what? Both you guys are a couple of psychos. You're trying to make money. She doesn't. I don't think you want a kid. Skip this crying baby phase. That doesn't sound like a mom. What about when it can talk and it's the whiny phase? Like, I don't want to eat vegetables. Well, fuck you. You're not mine anyway. You want to go back to the orphanage? Do you know how much it cost me to fix your baby teeth? Right? That's what she's going to do. I think both you guys should have a kid when you want to have a kid for the right reason. Maybe you're just trying to be funny. I don't know what. I don't know. Jesus Christ.